and then eventually a breakdown of the parabolic trajectory, forming a larger scale parabolic trajectory, possibly finding support above 8,000 and ultimately looking for a downside target of about 7,500, where we'd retest the 618 fib retracement, or at least close to it, before rallying out of here long term. And right now what I'm looking for is a break below the current parabolic structure and a retest of the 618 fib retracement. And in that event, if we do break the parabolic trend, as I've been saying, guys, I'm looking for a test of the golden retrace. Then I would say likely we're due for a nice pullback for a continued parabolic move. So we've been looking for a pullback to the golden retrace at about $7,500. Pull back to our horizontal low here at 9,100, then I would say it's much more likely that we do create a descending triangle pattern and break down towards my downside target of about $7,500. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin Svenson. Today we're going to be talking about the price of Bitcoin. Bitcoin has hit the $7,500 level, and we have seen wicks down to the golden retrace. Now, if you guys have been watching this channel for the entire summer, this is really the only analysis we've done here on this channel for the past few months, and this prediction turned out to be next to perfect, actually. So everything on this channel, everything we've talked about has come to fruition, and we're going to be talking about what we're now looking out for. Now, guys, before we get started, you got to click that link below, sign up for the CryptoWatch platform. It doesn't cost anything. You know, there's a lot of other platforms out there that you guys use that are geared towards, you know, multi-purpose things like stock market, crypto, and they're not really focused on the crypto industry. Guys, CryptoWatch is focused on the crypto industry. CryptoWatch is by far the best platform for monitoring the crypto market. So you got to click that link below, sign up for the platform. Now let's get started on the Bitcoin analysis. So here we are, guys, looking at the weekly chart for Bitcoin. Let's take out our fib extension tool and go from swing low to swing high. And we can see that Bitcoin has gotten a direct touch off of the golden retrace. You guys got to understand that the 618 golden retrace is one of the most common levels for Bitcoin to retrace to when it is creating large-scale parabolic structure. This is a routine correction for Bitcoin, and this is a really good sign for the overall trend long term. Now, if you just look at previous bull markets, we've talked about this many times on this channel. On almost every single one of these parabolic advances, Bitcoin does come back to retrace to the golden retrace on almost every single parabolic advance. So this is nothing new. This was expected. This is a really standard correction for Bitcoin. Recently on this channel, we've been talking about the halvening period, right? If you look at the first halvening period here in going from 2012 to 2013, what we saw during this period was Bitcoin was holding above an upward sloping trend right here, and we had two parabolic advances before the all-time high break right after the halving period. Now, if you look at the next halving period here in 2016, off the low, what we saw was two parabolic advances, and then we came up to break the all-time high level after the halving, right? And right now, what we've seen for Bitcoin off the low is and right now, it's very likely that we're looking for the second parabolic advance in the near term, finding a high, pulling back once again, and then looking to break the all-time high level. This would be standard action for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin was to do this, this would be pretty much just a repeat of every halving period for Bitcoin, and this would be standard action in the Bitcoin market. Now, we have to keep in mind, guys, right now we're at the golden retrace. We're at the 618 golden retrace, and this is the most common level for Bitcoin to come back to when it's creating large-scale structure. So Bitcoin does need to hold this level. If Bitcoin does end up trading sideways and breaks below this level, this would be one of the worst performing halving periods of all time for Bitcoin. And if we did get a breakdown off this level, very likely we would not be sitting near the all-time high when the halving takes place. As long as we're holding above the golden retrace, and, you know, just using this upward sloping trend line going into the halving period here in May, I would say that it's very likely for Bitcoin to range back to the all-time highs. And I would say we would be breaking the all-time highs by the latest of September of 2020, right? In my opinion, we should be getting out of this area by September of 2020. So it's going to take some time. I think we have, almost a year to, it could be almost an entire year before we actually get an all-time high break, right? So think about that, guys. It might take, close to an entire year before we actually get a break of the all-time high level. Right now we're sitting in October, end of October, and from my projections, it's looking like it could take up until July, August, or September to actually get that all-time high break. So, it's going to be like a little less than a year, most likely, before we actually break the all-time high. So keep that timeline in perspective as you're trading this market. So overall, guys, what I'm looking for is something that looks like this, just remaining above an upward sloping trend during the halving period, and just like this area here as well. A couple parabolic advances remaining above an upward sloping trend and holding above that 21 EMA on the weekly chart here happened on both halving periods, and that is what I'm looking for right now. Getting a break above the 21 EMA on the weekly and just remaining above the 21 EMA on the weekly, and using that as support along this upward sloping trend line. And then, looking to push towards the all-time high level, I would say closer to July, August, September of 2020. So, a little bit less than a year. Now, of course, guys, we got to hold above the golden retrace. If we don't get a good enough reaction up and we break below this level, that would be an extremely bearish sign for Bitcoin. But as of right now, everything is pretty much on track, right? Everything is going exactly as we expected here on this channel, and everything is also going the same exact way as it's always gone in the Bitcoin market. We've rallied out of a bear market and we've pulled back to the 618 golden retrace. All very routine, all very standard, nothing out of the ordinary. So guys, what we should be looking for is just remaining above this upward sloping trend, using the 618 as that next parabolic low, and looking for our next parabolic advance. Now, if you just keep in mind that on almost every parabolic advance, Bitcoin pulls back close to the golden retrace. If Bitcoin is going to use this level right here as the next parabolic low, what we could likely see on the next test to the upside is actually a test of the all-time high on the next parabolic advance. It's possible that the next parabolic advance could actually be sending us up to the all-time high with a pullback to our previous high right here. And then we're looking to actually squeeze into the 20,000 level for an all-time high break. This is a strong potential, in my opinion, that the next parabolic advance could actually be a test of the all-time high. Now, again, getting to that point could take until, February, March of next year, and then pulling back, May of next year, like pulling back into the halving, right? And then squeezing into the all-time high and then breaking out in September of 2020, right? So this could take, almost a year's time. Just keep that in mind, guys. But also keep in mind, we got to hold above the 618 golden retrace from this point in order to have a healthy halving period. But that's all I wanted to discuss today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, definitely hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and also click that link below and create an account on the CryptoWatch platform. And I will see you guys in the next video.